Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well and welcome to what should be a really interesting battle. What we're doing today is we're looking at the French Navy, now and previous. We're taking what would be considered their flagship, the Horizon class frigate, in service now, and we're going to be comparing it to and fighting it against its predecessor, the Suffren class frigate. If everything works, we'll see how things have improved in the French Navy over the previous decade. So, first, let's look at the vessel details. The Suffren class added to sea power by user maneuver warfare. They were two anti-aircraft frigates of the French Navy designed to protect a fleet against air threats, surface ships and submarines. They were the first French ships built specifically as guided missile frigates. Ordered in 1960, the class was intended to be more numerous, but budget pressure from the French nuclear weapons program limited their number. The lead ship, Suffren, entered service in 1967 and the second ship in 1970. They remained in service until the 2000s when they were replaced by the ships of the Horizon class. Total commission 1967 to 2008, and as we said, 2 were completed. In terms of their weaponry, their primary surface-to-air missile was the 1960s Mascura, sorry for pronunciations today, max range 30 miles, semi-active radar homing. Its primary surface-to-surface weapon was, of course, the French Exocet MM-38, range 22 nautical miles, subsonic sea-skimming cruise missile. In terms of anti-submarine, the venerable Mark 46 anti-submarine torpedo, and we have, I think it's 2 naval cannon, range 13 miles. On to the Horizon, which is a class of air defence destroyers in service with the French and Italian navies, and of particular interest to me. They were designed as destroyers by the Italians, but referred to as frigates by the French, but still technically have the D for destroyer classification. The programme started as the Common New Generation Frigate, CNGF, a 3-nation collaboration between France, the UK and Italy to develop a new generation of air defence warships. Differing national requirements, work-share disagreements and delays led to the UK withdrawing from the project in 1999 to develop on their own the Type 45 destroyer. 8 Horizons were otherwise planned, but 4 cancelled. Only 4 entered service. I believe it's 2 with the French Navy and 2 with the Italian Navy, all remaining in service, the first entering service 2008. So, as we said, the 2 Horizons of the French Navy, direct replacements for the Suffren. Its weaponry, surface-to-surface first, is the newer MM40 Block 3 Exocet, range upped from 22 miles to 100 miles, so that shows a huge improvement in its performance and capability. Surface-to-air, European Asters. Aster 30, the long-range weapon, we've got a range of 65 miles here. It claims here to be active radar homing. Now, I always thought Aster 30 was semi-active radar homing, so please let me know what's correct, viewers. Also, the closer range, Aster 15, 18 miles range. Torpedoes, MU-90 Impact. I've never heard of this, but it's apparently Franco-Italian, active-passive sonar homing, anti-submarine torpedo. Naval gunnery, Otto Melara, super rapid, 76mm gun, I believe that's Italian. Range, 9 nautical miles, a staggering 120 rounds per minute. Finally, small caliber cannon, a Narwhal 20B 20mm gun/cannon. I know you're supposed to call them guns on ships, but I'm so configured for aviation where a gun is a gun and anything above 50 cal is a cannon. Let's have a look at the vessels in 3D. We have first the Suffren class. Now, I should say at this point, both of these vessels have been kit-bashed from other Cold War hulls, so they certainly won't be perfect. But the weaponry, in theory, if made well enough by the mod maker, will be accurate. Its Mascura air defence missiles are fired from a twin-arm launcher on the stern here, and it has 48. The Exocets, I'm presuming, are fired by these, which look like harpoon launchers here. Mark 46 torpedoes amidships here. Twin naval gun, it says 100mm here, in 2 turrets. On the bow, 680 rounds. Noisemaker and 70 chaff. And its replacement, the Horizon class, funny looking thing, and you can see how closely it resembles the Type 45 from Britain. It's not the best quality. Kit bashing mods, as it's known, is not very easy to do. You have to take an existing hull, you have to sort of add polygons as best you can ad hoc. So maybe one day it will be replaced by a better 3D model, but otherwise, well done for what we've got here. Asta 30 and Asta 15s, 32 and 16, of course. It's a modern ship, so it's going to have BLS. Its MM40s are going to be launched from what looks like harpoon launchers here. No idea where its anti-submarine torpedoes come from, so you can let me know that. Its guns are the Rapido, and it's got 2 of those, 76mm on the stern, on the bow here. 20mm, I think I see them there, possibly the other side. Let me know, yep, there. Noisemaker and chaff. We'll do a series of battles. We'll start with our usual 50-mile battle where the vessels are 50 mile apart. They both have AWACS or the ability to see each other, and we'll do a straight-up firepower test. Then we'll adjust as necessary. We have a gentleman's agreement to let the vessel with the slowest firing surface-to-surface missiles fire first. In this case, they're probably going to have the same as they're both firing Exocets, but it's a moot point in this case because the Suffren doesn't even have the range to do this 50-mile battle. So let's just get this one over and done with Horizon firing first. So 3, 2, 1, off we go. Exocets immediately fired. How many is she going to fire? She has 2 remaining, so she's fired 6. Suffren, as cool as she is, does not have the ability to fire back with a range of less than 20 miles. So 1960 just doesn't have the firepower. By the way, look at that frigging massive radar dome, by the way. So we have no way of interfering otherwise because we don't want to, so we're going to wait for those Exocets to arrive and we'll see what happens. And here they come. Suffren, of course, has no way of firing over the horizon. She has to spot the targets herself, or you know what I mean, not far over the horizon on a data link track. She has to see them with her own sensors. Will she even be able to fire at this weapon? This weapon's travelling at 540 knots at 26 feet, and as far as I'm aware, it's not a low observability missile. Maybe done, fire starting. For what it's worth. Going to fire or be able to fire her missiles. They're armed on the launchers, played today here by the model of a really extended range SM missile. Are they going to be able to fire on such a low target though? I have a suspicion, possibly not. Yes, no, you can't do it. You can't fire at them. Yes, you can. I don't know. No, you can't do it. You can't do it. It's out of firing parameters. Oh, well, this really is going to be a one-sided battle, viewers. There's not much you can do. No Sea Whiz. You know what? Horizon doesn't have Sea Whiz, or at least in sea power. Absolute easy smash, viewers. Way it goes, I'm afraid. Right, well, that was a bit silly, but we have to do it because we will start with 50 miles. Let's try 20 miles so both can fire. Okay, 20 miles, she's in visual range. Presumably she's just going to start firing. Go. Yes, she has. Exocet block 1 out, the original Exocet. And how many is she going to fire? And how many is Horizon going to fire? Suffren has fired 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6v6. Okay, that makes sense. Now note how these block 3 are getting there much quicker. I wonder why that is. Probably the direction it was initially fired, maybe. Now let me check both ships are set to defend themselves before I make a silly mistake. Weapons free, check. And this guy, weapons free, so they can defend themselves. Now will the Astas be employed? Certainly hope so. See no reason why they wouldn't be able to be employed. Missiles passing missiles. Oh, okay. Then that's interesting. I wonder what that was. No, all missiles are still active. That was a SAM. Someone shot a SAM. I just wasn't sure who it was there. Okay, yes, it's these guys being fired off their arm launchers. Again, looking like SM-1s and pretending to be the Mastura. And here we have the Asters being fired from the horizon, also played by SM-1. But you can change the speed and the way they track and all that kind of stuff, so the way they look isn't too important at the moment, although I do look forward to proper models being introduced. I mean, it's no huge surprise, most of the MM38s have been taken down, most of the MM40s have not been taken down. Last MM38, down. Now here's a question for you, pause. Why could this ship shoot the aggressing missiles this time and not the other time? I don't know. The first thing that springs to mind is that maybe I didn't have it offset at a big enough angle to be able to employ the arm, but that's irrelevant. What happens in sea power is I can put the ship at any angle I want. If she wants to employ a weapon, she will automatically turn to employ that weapon. So it's irrelevant what I ordered her to do. So I don't know is the answer, but she certainly is defending herself now. Unfortunately, not well enough. 1960s arm launch missiles just aren't going to cut it. 4 are still going. And that's it. Once 1 hits, that's pretty much her down. Although she's got a couple more off, so we'll keep watching. Boom. Yep, 100% a dead vessel. Aster's coming. Oh, Aster direct fire coming in. This one spoofed by chaff. Wasn't expecting that. Oh, she's obviously dead, right? Yeah. Flooding, hull damage, we'll see. But right, are these going to have any effect? Probably not, right? Nope. Destroyed. Well, I've got to see it into the end, so let's just make sure she is going down. Assume she's going down. Oh, I don't know what that was, but it wasn't good. I think those must be secondary explosions. Moderate flooding, heavy hull damage, and, well, she's a very resilient hull, look. But she will go down. They all go down, viewers. And she's down, and the life rafts are out. And that's the end of Suffren. Right, we've done 50 miles. We've done 20 miles. Let me just test 10 miles to see if direct fire missiles are a thing. So 10 miles apart, just let them fight. Exocets out. Oh, it's naval gunnery, right. Forgot about the naval guns. We've got the Super Rapids versus these older guns. Have a look. And Super Rapids aren't firing yet. Not sure why. Maybe because she can't employ her guns at the same time she's deploying missiles. I'm not really sure. It's probably all of her exocets out now. Yes, Super Rapids are up. Wow, and they really are super rapid. Look at that, viewers. Right, all cannon being used defensively by the looks of it. No one hit yet, but the exocets, here they come. Yeah, she just can't defend from the exocets. Oh, hang on. Yes, they are exocets, aren't they? Boom! That's it. She's toast. You know what? This battle's good. Sometimes when you mess with these mods, you get really unrealistic stuff. Sometimes stuff doesn't work, but in this case, everything's actually been pretty good, which I love. I love mods that aren't, you know, firing hypersonic missiles and silly things like that. So, well done. Well done to these guys. Suffren's dead. Because national pride becomes a thing, doesn't it? You know what it's like. I want to make the one that wins. I want to make the Raptor or whatever. Okay, that's it. Well, 3 out of 3 viewers. It's no surprise, but it's interesting to do anyway. Let's have a broadside and finish it off. 2 vessels, 1 mile apart, some guns, go. 20 mil coming in, whatever it is. Cannon firing. Oh, look at the Super Rapid. Look at the Super Rapid. difference between the rate of fire. They're only 76 mil, but when you're landing that much lead, both turning away from each other per second, minute, it's not going to make much difference, right? That's it, I think she's out. But she has given Horizon a bloody nose. Is that a lot? Is she down completely? She's not sunk. Her hull's not hugely damaged, but her weapon systems are out. What about Horizon? You know, if she's much less damaged. Right, let's speed it up and see what happens. It was a bit of a weird battle, wasn't it? Now the AI doesn't seem to understand that the bloody guns are she's trying to get distance so she can fire her. She's trying to get distance so she can fire her MM40s. Well, that's her prerogative. I would have stayed and just used the rapidos. Maybe I force it. What should I do, viewer? Should I force it? Don't know, because I don't know how far she's got to go. I should probably force it, shouldn't I? So, you cease fire, go that way quickly before the Suffren, because it's fair, because she was obviously going to win. Engage with a 76 Mike. Unleash the other 76 Mike. This one doesn't have a control. The guns are out. Look. Oh, she's out of ammo. No, she's just got lots of rounds, just not firing. Right, viewers, so no huge surprise. We had a 2020's vessel versus a 1960's vessel, or you know what I mean. Its replacement at long range, only the Horizon could fire because only she had the sufficient weapons. At medium range, so 20 miles in this case, it also won. It just overwhelmed. This guy just doesn't have the ability to shoot down the exocets at the rate that guy does. At 10 miles, this one won again, pretty much for the same reason. Weight of fire, just too good. Missiles, much better. And finally, the broadside, she won because of her super rapids. Well done to the mod makers. I think you did them fair. No silly hypersonic, you know, Mark 7 SM6s flying around. So, good job. I hope you enjoyed that, viewers. And bye-bye.